Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Roundtable. We are real. We are not AI, given the rest of the world is. Thank you for tuning in. It is Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific time. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you so very much. If you're going to watch us on YouTube, that's okay. Make sure you drop your comments there as well. If you're driving around town or wherever you are, or I think you're stepping on cords there that the camera's going in and out. 702-992-3207 is our phone number. Download the WWDBTV app to your Android, WWDBTV LV to your Apple product. And then in about 72 hours, whenever John feels like it, our show will be live or recorded or posted on the WWDBTV channel on Roku. Who?
Roku. You know what that sounds like something down on the strip gambling.
Roku,
yeah.
Roku. Oh, wait, that's Pie Gow.
Is that Pie Gow? Oh, yeah.
So next time you're playing Pie Gow, when you win, yell Roku.
Right.
Mess them all up. Anyway, Rick Upchurch to my right, George Miklos to the far right, and you, everybody out there, thank you so very much for tuning in. We have a hotbed of topics today, y'all. But before we get there, George, how was your week?
Very, very good.
Yeah,
it was hot. I was outside all week at the Henderson Executive Airport getting ready for the air show. If you guys want to buy a Gulfstream jet or a private jet, come on down to the Henderson Executive Airport. We take cash.
And now, you said you were outside?
Yeah, the whole week.
I can see, man. You're trying to catch me. Leave me alone, man.
I can't catch
you.
Hey,
I got 60 cents for my Lear jet.
You got it.
There it is.
Anybody else want a pony in?
That's it.
Let me. Well, I got my keys to the Jeep out there.
All right, there you go. That's at least worth what? $1.30?
That's 60 cents.
With no wheels.
Didn't say anything about getting the key.
That's right.
Have it. How was your week, sir?
You know what? Every day I wake up, you know me, man.
Absolutely.
Every day is a great day, a blessed day, and I just hope everybody out there has the same.
Absolutely.
It's all good.
Absolutely. Another week has gone by in the books. Hello, Donna. Hello, Bill from Pittsburgh.
Hey, Bill from Pittsburgh.
Bill not always follows the many shows here, including the other shows that I'm somehow got hogtied into. So
can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Yep.
There's a kid, man, young kid, man, that was born, man, 44 years ago back in Denver, Colorado.
Look what I wrote here.
And that's
what I wrote here is a note.
That's my son, Sharif.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shar. 44, big dog.
That's your son that's in New Jersey, right?
Yes, the son in New Jersey. He was on the show.
Birthday today too.
Oh, boy, fine people, man, born on that day,
Boy,
man.
Can't let his son have the whole day to himself?
No, obviously. See?
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To everybody out there celebrating. But it's funny. Look what I wrote pre-show, and I wrote it in a way that I didn't want you to see it. And I wrote a note.
Oh, my goodness. You're good. Are you psychic?
And he
I'm
said,
psycho.
I know that one.
Psycho. Yeah.
I know that.
No, but I said to George before we went on the air,
but you were busy.
When you were
busy, he goes, "It's Sharif's birthday today." I went, "Okay."
Yeah, because I want to make sure we did a shout out, but you took care of that.
Absolutely. Listen, thank you guys.
I read Facebook, dude.
I see.
I read Facebook.
Wait, where you at? I see you.
Big Daddy's watch.
I see you.
All right, we got a lot to talk about. Of course, the ever popular America Speaks will be coming up towards the end of the show. I can only imagine.
Doozy.
What Tupac?
I'm
thinking of Tupac. How about that story with Tupac? It's not on our list, but how about the story with Tupac? That they found this guy who.
He's saying P. Diddy offered him $1 million to off him. So now it's getting
a little dicey.
It's getting deep.
Well, it's funny when it was first reported, they said that they arrested the guy who did the shooting. Right? Did this guy that got arrested? He was the shooter?
No, he was the.
He was one of the ride-alongs.
He was the one that
he was in the car.
Together.
Yeah, it was his nephew, I believe it was, or his cousin that they beat up inside of Caesars.
Right.
And so he gave the word to go after them and knock them off.
Supposedly, Diddy got to this guy and said, "Hey, get something together here and knock him off."
John, you got something back there?
Yeah, he said he would have been the shooter, but he was on the wrong side of the car.
Aha.
Yes.
So next time he needs to be in England.
Now, wasn't P. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez detained during that episode? That thing was
20 years ago,
or was that something else? Because they were dating.
Were they
I
at
know
that
that
time?
P. Diddy and J Lo were detained after some. I don't know if it was the other one, the Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was one of the two, and now his Diddy's name's been put in there with $1 million.
Well, I think his name though has been sort of attached to this from the beginning, but
Right.
they just didn't have proof.
Didn't have
of it,
proof.
right?
Right.
That's exactly.
Well, now
it.
it's getting.
I wonder how they
Dicey
found this guy after 19 years.
Well, he wrote a memoir, and he's been running his mouth. I mean,
26
a dead giveaway. Have you ever heard of a parakeet? A parakeet will tell everything, and that's what he just did.
Parakeet
Let me
wrote
write a book confessing. Let me write a book confessing my sins.
Yeah.
Number one, I was part of what?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, allegedly.
Do you think you'll get into
Allegedly.
heaven by doing that? I mean, is that what it is? I mean,
Oh my God, that's too funny. Anyway, so I just thought it was interesting. After 19 years, everybody talked about that the killer had not been found or whatever. All of a sudden, 19 years later, there's this, and I saw the video of the cops walking right up to him outside his
Actually,
house.
it's 26 years.
Oh, 26
Yeah.
years.
But they did say the other 3 or 4 guys that were involved are all gone.
they're all gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You think?
Now, I was going to say natural causes.
You think?
Right.
Yeah.
Unnatural might be more like it.
Yeah, they
Right.
found arsenic in their drink.
An unnatural
Natural.
bullet.
Unnatural cocktail.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was that. But yeah, what was I saying before Tupac? I don't know. Because I said we're topics. That's what I was
Topic.
saying.
That's what we were
Yeah.
doing.
All right.
Topic.
So let's start off with the one that I think is very sentimental. Mary Lou Retton.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe it when I saw
Do you have
that.
the article in front of you? by
Yeah,
chance?
when I saw it and sent it to you, I guess that she's got a rare form of pneumonia,
Correct.
Mhm.
and that she's been in the hospital now for 2 or 3 weeks now. It's
Right.
not.
Now, I read
something-
yesterday that a close friend of the family, and I don't recall the lady's name, and I apologize for that. She says that she's been, quote unquote, talking with Mary Lou every day to help keep her spirits up, keep fighting, because according to this lady, Mary Lou has more or less expressed that she's tired. Take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Tired of fighting.
Yeah. And this lady is trying to tell her, no, you're Mary Lou Retton. You got to fight through this. The country loves you, blah, 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 blah. But she's, I want to say 50,
55.
55, so
Yeah.
mid 50s.
Still young.
Way too,
Of
and for
course.
an athlete whose body should be strong enough to, but
And you know what?
I didn't know
really-
pneumonia can have different forms
And
of
again,
rarity.
you can
That's right.
start a GoFundMe page for anything, but I didn't know she didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're raising money to help her out, which is a good
But they
cause
had no
anyway.
insurance.
Yeah,
but remember, how long ago was this when she was
40,
in?
40 years.
40 years ago.
But
Guys, you got to realize that maybe the money that she made back then, man, she's used it all. We
Right,
don't know
right.
what her life situations were or anything of
Yep.
that nature, but
Right.
you would think that she would have money. I saw on a commercial, I think about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. She was on a commercial. She looked fine.
But you know what? You'll find a lot of her commercials, as I have seen them, not necessarily on the national channels. Like I see a lot of them on like the Wii TVs and stuff,
Right,
where
that
she's
kind-
pitching a product
Right,
or something.
Right.
Well, let's face it, she was on the freaking Wheaties box back in
Right.
the day,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
That
yeah.
was that's big time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen,
with Bruce Jenner.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year with him.
He's been on
I
both.
mean,
He's
he
been on,
just stopped me in my tracks.
I
with
don't
that
I don't
one.
know what he's doing, man. So what's his case?
Does he
What's
have
his
two
problem?
different boxes? That's what I want to know.
well, he did win. He did win Woman of the Year. The first year he was
He
a
did.
woman.
He did.
The first year. What about all the other women?
And all the women were pulling their hair out over that.
I would've.
And they
And
were
what
like-
about the women that became men?
Yeah.
You always forget about that side.
Well-
Not that I know any.
Well,
but
did you get jealous? I mean, what the
Clinger.
heck? I mean, did you get jealous?
the hair?
Yeah.
I'm always jealous.
I
of
know
hair.
you are.
That's why I have more hair on my chest. At least it's somewhere.
That's
It went
fine.
south. It went so far south that I can't even see it anymore.
Well, you know what? You can go. I can take you down in the hood, and I can get you some braids, and we can braid it in.
Now,
Big
let
dog.
me tell you, at the school I'm at, because it's a art school and what it's in the theater where they do the shows, they've got tons of wigs.
Yeah.
And boy, I've been eyeing a couple
Oh,
of
I'm sure.
bright pink, long
Right.
like Bill, not Billy Idol,
He's
David
blonde.
Bowie.
Yeah.
The wigs
Okay.
that he used with the. Oh, I got my eye. One of these days, fellas, I'll tell you what. The day we are there. By the way, in the future, we're going to be doing a show from Gilbert Elementary School on Thursday night because they have a studio there. We're going to wear wigs.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Dressed up, man.
There's nothing wrong.
Dressed up as what?
with wigs.
With wig.
You don't have to put on a dress.
No.
Okay, just
Just
okay.
a wig.
Yeah,
okay
I'm
with
gonna
the
have a
wig.
blonde wig.
I'll be ready.
Just for that, I'll wear a black wig.
Okay,
Okay,
wear
I'll be
black
ready.
wig. Okay,
I'll
I
be
like
ready.
it.
I'm not a
Ebony and ivory. Is that what you said?
I'm not a natural.
Right.
redhead.
Ebony.
I want the one. That,
Ivory.
I want the one that was like your afro when you played.
Oh yeah,
How
that
did
was
you get
really
under
nice.
that? How did
How do
you
you
get
get
under
the helmet on?
Right, down.
Right.
I tucked it,
That's
and then I put Crisco
oh,
on the
slid it
inside,
on.
and I slid it on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The secrets of the NFL.
That's
coming
right,
out
man.
now.
Hey, I'm
You know
telling
what?
everybody.
That's a good title of a show right there. The secrets of the NFL.
Right.
How do afros get inside the helmet? Crisco. That's all you need, right?
That's it.
I mean, Zeke Elliott, when he had, last couple, he had that hair out there. It's like, how did these guys do this?
I know, and now with the braids, they put them, they fold them up on
Yeah.
their head, and then they put the helmet on. The helmet looks like it's sitting way up here, and I'm
Right.
like, well, that's to protect against concussions. That's for sure.
Added
and then some
concussion
players have long hair. Did you see that? What was it last week? Some player got pulled down by
By
their
his
hair.
by the hair, yeah.
And they got pissed off about it. Sorry, if it's hanging.
right?
I mean, it's not. I know it's not part of the uniform, but
well,
still,
neither's the
who
T-shirt
cares?
underneath.
Yeah, who cares
yeah,
about that?
I'm okay with pulling the hair.
If it's there, you get it.
Right.
My job is to tackle you and get the ball,
Any way you
right?
can.
Any way I can.
And if you get an immediate haircut, so be it.
well, let me tell you, I got tackled one time, man, and it was in the wrong place, man. He grabbed me by the turkey, man. I went down immediately.
By the turkey. Gobble gobble.
Yeah,
He's going down.
I went down immediately, gang. I said, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna rip
Penalty
it off."
on the play.
There was no flag.
Holding the giblets on the defense. That's a 15,000-yard penalty.
True talk, man.
That's right.
That's it.
I was talking in squeak when I went to the sideline. They're like, "Rick, you okay?" I said, "Yes."
You
I'm
smell like
talking
a horn.
soprano.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We went from Mary Lou Retton to talk about his giblets on a tackle. Go figure this shit out.
Oh boy.
702-992-3207. Nothing else. You're going to come to this show and laugh your ass off every once in a while.
Yeah.
And this,
Supposed
oh
to.
my
You're
God.
supposed to.
Anyway, I don't even know where. Oh, Mary Lou Retton. But seriously, thoughts
Yeah.
and prayers out to Mary Lou because she,
Absolutely.
listen, she's
She's
an
an
icon.
icon.
I was just gonna. You took the word right out.
She
Absolutely.
is.
Pulled it
She
out.
is.
That's. I mean, she
Icon.
isn't not just an icon, but she, at that time and probably even still today, represents what the red, white, and blue is
That's
really
Well,
all.
she was the
patriotism
first
about.
female,
That's right.
American female to win a gold medal in a long, long time.
And
If
she,
ever.
wasn't she the one that hurt her foot or something of that nature?
That was
Who was that?
no. That was Kelly or no,
No.
Nadia Comaneci.
No, when the gymnast coach, the guy Bella Corrali picked her up.
right?
Right.
Kelly Strug, Kelly.
That's
Carey
yeah.
something?
I
Strug, I
that's
think so. Something like that. We'll
Yeah.
find it. We'll find
Yeah.
it on break. We'll get our crack research staff on that.
There you go.
We'll get the crack out of the. We'll get the crack out of the research
Well,
staff.
well,
but no, but that's who that was.
yeah.
Right.
Well, you know what? She is an icon. She's truly an icon.
Yeah.
And she's done so many great things, man, outside.
Absolutely.
And I think she had a gym where she
Mhm.
was teaching as well.
Oh,
these
she's
young,
loved by everybody.
young kids in that old deal.
Yeah.
So, like you said, prayers out to her, and I hope she gets well. And along with that, Celine Dion. I'm sending my
Oh my
love out to
God.
Celine
Definitely
Dion.
her
I
right
love
next.
her.
She's been
Stiff
sick
body. She's got a condition called stiff body syndrome, which tightens up, and you can't move. It's very painful.
Can't swallow?
She's done. Yeah,
What
she
causes-
can't
what
sing.
causes
Can't
that?
swallow.
Can't sing.
A neurological.
It's 1 in a million. It's very rare.
neurological.
I'd like to have stiff body syndrome somewhere. But
Yeah.
Oh, Celine, I didn't say that.
Wrong-
Celine, he did.
Wrong
He
stiffness.
said it.
It's wrong stiffness.
Yeah.
I don't think you want this stiffness.
No.
as a
So
Jew,
she's,
as a
uh,
Jew, you take it wherever you
I know.
go.
Right. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't admit that right.
But yeah,
now.
Celine is one of my girls. She has so many
Talk
hits,
about an
and,
icon.
and she is just she's just an outstanding human being. She lost her husband.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
she lost her brother.
Right.
behind it. The Gibb boys and that whole deal. So I love her. I love her music. I love who she is. She's a very compassionate human
Her
being.
place just went for sale here. That sold.
Yeah.
And she's selling all her stuff.
I'm
and
sure.
she's back in Canada now with the family, and
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
they're taking care of her.
Taking care of last.
Just and same with Bruce Willis. I
oh, I
read
saw
today.
that too.
He did. They say that they don't even know for sure if he even knows
Yeah.
what's going on.
But on the bright note of Bruce Willis, Hulu has picked up all of the moonlighting.
I did.
series.
I saw that.
Mhm.
Moonlighting.
It
is
hasn't been
finally
seen
hit.
since the
Right,
days.
But there was from what I get the gist of the article that there were a lot of negotiation issues that held it up from going on streaming services all these years.
Right.
But finally they came to an agreement with Hulu, which I'm glad because I love the series. And then now what's going on with Bruce, I think it's kind of cool that those shows will finally be
Well, I'll
resurrected.
talk about Bruce. I worked at Planet Hollywood when him, Sly, and
Yeah.
Arnold owned it. and Bruce would come in all the time over here at Caesar's Forum Shop. Coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
Hey kiddos, what's going on? He would come through the kitchen,
Had that
high
little
five
sly
everybody.
smile, right?
He had that jovial personality, which they say now is kind of disappearing. Now he's
Sure.
not the.
Well, they said I saw that he's barely speaking now.
Yeah.
Very audible.
Yeah.
With that though, we're going to call an audible because you know what? It's time for our first break of the show. See
That's
what I did
quick.
there?
Blue
Jesus.
60, Blue 60.
Omaha,
248,
Omaha.
shit.
You're watching the Roundtable. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hello, my name is Anselmo Cornelius, and I'm one of the 1,000 digital branch office owners of Transact Card in the country. If I could save you money and double your buying power, wouldn't you want to know how to do that? The U.S. national launch for the Transact Card is coming to the Paris Hotel, Las Vegas, on November 12th, 13th, and 14th. We are now in pre-launch mode for our company's opportunity platform, which means discounts and savings right now on new memberships. If you obtain your card before the November 12th launch date, you will never pay an annual fee like you do for most credit cards. Transact Card can enhance your buying power and change your financial well-being. One swipe of the card at a time. With a new twist in banking, contact me, Anselmo Cornelius, at 209-990-7720. That's 209-990-7720. Thank you.
01.
One. I'm good. I am real good.
He
I'm
did it.
on time.
Of
You were
course,
actually-
the clock at the top of the screen probably helped.
That's right. You know, hey, how did you know that,
You
man?
can see that?
You do the same thing. Yeah.
I know I do.
Where is it? I can't even
Well,
see
it's
it.
nothing to count down there.
Oh.
It's at the top of the screen.
Oh,
so when
okay.
it happens,
The one on
George,
the wall.
look for it way up here above the lights on our
Okay,
set.
on the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, you're watching the Roundtable. At least we hope you are. 702-992-3207. By the way, if y'all want to jump on and become part of the show and want to become a sponsor and advertiser for our show, we'd
Yeah.
love for you. I mean, look at all the names behind us. Transact Card, True IQ. You're going to hear from more coming up. Send us an email at theroundtablelv@gmail.com. That'll come to me. We'll address it. We'll reach out to you. And let me tell you.
People are actually watching the show. We do have an audience.
all
It's
six
amazing.
big time.
All
Yeah.
6 of them.
Yeah.
No, we're averaging about 30 to 40,000 views a week just on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's not counting YouTube through the network and Roku and all the listeners on the downloadable app. But
Right.
Facebook is the easiest number that people can reference
And
to
the-
see us.
And then when we have pretty teachers on board, we'll get like 60,000.
That's right. That's
Or
right.
we bring some beefcakes, man, from off the strip. You know, we bring them down here and have
You
them.
can host that show.
Oh, okay.
Beefcake show. Yeah. Hi, Chippendale Beefcake.
Anyway, so our packages are very, very affordable. They're at the point where they're almost to the point where if you can't afford our prices, how are you still in business? You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's true.
So send us an email, put a message on Facebook. We'd love to chat with you. No pressure. Just we'll show you what we do
If you could-
and how we've helped business.
If you could spend $2 million for a 30-second commercial of the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
you could invest in us.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? Give me one of those $2 million commercials for 30 seconds.
Oh, you told me that you saw our secret.
Which one?
Our secret.
That's secret.
That's
secret.
oh, I showed you the picture.
Yeah,
I said that
I
2 weeks
told
ago.
you, I
What, did
told
you
you.
just get it?
No, I
This
was
phone
just being
takes
quiet
long.
about it. I thought you were going to bring it up, but
Well, but
I
you
thought I
haven't
might.
been here. The week I took the picture, you were out of town. I totally forgot.
I don't have to be here for you to say that.
Well, but you weren't. I forgot. When you're here, you're the secret. So you're here.
How secret was it?
I have no idea.
Was it very secret?
So I was at Tivoli Village at their
Yeah.
night. They do a nighttime stuff with their art shows.
At the
And
Tivoli,
it was really nice. Anyway, so we're walking around, and all of a sudden, this booth going by did a double take. It was next to where we stopped, and I see the product. He's got this gentleman has a sign up there about the secret,
Yeah,
and I looked at it.
it's
and I said-
real.
And I said, well, he's not doing you any favors. If he's got a table, he's telling everybody the secret.
Right.
You see the irony in this, Rick?
Right.
Come
Telling
on now.
people the secret.
Hey,
So-
we don't want it to be a secret
No, that's
anymore.
true.
We don't make a sale.
The secret is out. Yeah. So when I walked by, I started chuckling because first of all, I didn't want to get too close because I don't want the guy to reel me in and start talking to me
Right.
about the product. I said, because I'm thinking,
That's it.
I already got one guy that's bugging me
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the stuff. But then he's got the he's got the retractable banner.
Banner,
That's
yeah.
where I took a
Uh-huh,
picture.
yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
I guess it ain't no secret anymore.
That
man.
is-
They're out and about. Anyway, all right. Let's go. Oh, yeah, as long as we're on a health kick on this part of the show.
Yeah.
Barry Melrose from ESPN, of course, former
Yes.
hockey player in his own right. He, after 30 years, is stepping away from ESPN hockey coverage because he was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So he was great on the show. Everybody loved
Absolutely.
him. He was with Steve Levy all the time. They did their
Right.
shows together. They broadcasted together. And he was one of those people that was a character, but he knew his stuff.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
did.
you can watch it almost like Lee Corso on Saturdays.
Right.
You know,
I met
well
him. He's
respected,
a cool guy.
but in a way, he's a character when he delivers his stuff. But mind, he's got it up here now. Unfortunately, he's dealing with an illness after 30 years stepping away from ESPN.
Man, can you imagine? I mean, I just can't imagine. I know if we all live long enough, we end up with getting something.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
I just
for,
want to
for
get
me,
old.
for me though, guys,
Yeah.
I just remember my grandparents and great grandparents back in the day, and they did a little bit of everything. They had cheese and ham hocks and
Right.
all of those type of things, and they lived for a long time.
Right.
I think in what they're doing to our foods today, man, is really detrimental to us as far as our bodies are concerned. Our bodies don't recognize it. It doesn't like it. It has a ton of sugar and all those type of things in it. We don't know what we're eating. And then our bodies, man, rebel against it. And then we start getting sick.
What about these old folks that live to be 100 and they look like they're 140? What's the secret to long life? Shot of whiskey and a cigar every day. I mean, they're 110.
That's right.
So, I mean, but again, fast food wasn't around 50, 60, 70 years
And everything
ago.
was cooked at home.
Right.
And they didn't stress a lot either.
Lard.
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
Right.
it was.
It's
It was
crazy,
long,
isn't
but
it?
you knew
Yeah.
what you were getting.
right. And what you just said a word though, I think is so vital, and that's stress.
Yes.
It's
Today's world's different. Yeah.
you just can't, it's funny because today at my school, the newscast that they were doing, that today was Shout Day, Scream Day, National Scream
Do
Day.
they have a day for everything now?
Well, national. I do know the owner, in all seriousness, National Day calendar. That they're the ones that announced today's Donut Day and everything else.
Stupid.
They actually, the reason, like, if we wanted right now to say today, what is today's date since I have the clock? October 12th. Which, by the way, I hope you're not superstitious because tomorrow's Friday the 13th. But if we wanted a national roundtable show day on October 12th, that's how you get it. You call them up and say, I want to make, you know what it costs? You want your own day? 20 grand. That's it.
$20,000, and you have it for every year for the rest of eternity.
Yep. That's how these days happen. Now it's great advertising. I mean, look what Krispy Kreme's does on, Donut Day,
Donut
pizza and everything else. But today is National Screen Day. And the article behind all of that was, and for kids in elementary school, they delivered a news piece about stress for elementary kids. And at 10:45, the news report said at 10:45, everybody's instructed to step outside the room to the outside and just scream, get it out.
So 7-year-olds have stress. What kind of stress did I have at
They have
7?
different stress.
Well,
I'm trying to think. At 7, did I
they
have stress?
You
My mom yelling at me at 7. Me for not doing my
but
homework.
at that time,
I
that
don't know.
was it. But now with homes being different than they were when we were
Right.
growing up, and I was talking with somebody today about one of my students that is in that situation, and you could see how this individual child handles themselves because of different circumstances.
That's
So
right.
yes, at 7, 8, 9, that's how many times do we hear about these young kids
Yes.
committing suicide?
That's right. Absolutely.
The suicide rate
And
is
they
so
don't-
high.
Yeah, and
Yes,
they don't
sir.
even really know what the hell it is, or
But they do know
that-
negativity.
They
Oh,
they
my
do
God.
know
And
that.
they get bullied at
And
school.
then their bodies and their minds, they connect. And now all of a sudden, when you see a kid, man, when you see him where he's isolated, he's not saying much to
Right.
you. He's
Corner,
doing different
the corner.
things. Yeah, different
I
things.
just did that training for
you,
school.
You know there's an issue going on. for
Not
sure.
only an issue which could lead to suicide for
Right.
these kids. Speaking of which, here's a bad segue, but I'm going to do it anyway. A juvenile yesterday was arrested at Green Valley High School here in town for having a gun in his possession.
That's right.
That's Green Valley High School. I thought that was.
Right.
And again, you can't always.
Well,
I thought that was a great
doesn't
high
matter.
school.
It doesn't
you're
discriminate.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it doesn't.
But
No.
they arrested the individual. They arrested the child. They obviously had a quick, hard lockdown situation until the police got there to find the weapon, which they did. I did not read the full article to know what the reason was this individual brought the gun with him. But here's again, how many times do we read schools? Look what happened near my school a couple of weeks ago. That wasn't on campus, but how many
Right.
times do we read these articles about a kid getting a gun somehow to school?
Big John.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench into this.
Oh,
Why not?
Lord.
You
Why
do that
not?
all the time.
Why a
I'm-
monkey
I'm
wrench?
serious about this.
What you got?
How many days are there in a year?
365.
Okay, and we have had almost 600 mass shootings this year so far.
In the
And
United
you got
States.
kids in school that are seeing in the news that school shooting, somebody coming in and shooting up their school. So who's to say that this kid is thinking, holy shit, I'm taking a gun to school just in case?
I don't know if
You
that's.
can't rule that out.
Well, like I said, I didn't get the news in there as to why, because the article was one of those.
I'll
Juvenile
bet you
had a
that's
gun.
not the reason.
He's in junior high, right?
No.
No, it just says juvenile.
He's a juvenile. Okay.
But the weapon was found at Green Valley High School. Could be
Okay.
a ninth
Nice.
grader.
Okay.
you know,
Ninth
yeah.
grade, okay.
15.
Okay. I'm just
But
saying.
I agree with you, John. It could be a self-defense maneuver. But my point is, though, how many times do we hear about weapons coming to school nowadays? Again, look at
All
the
the
teacher
time.
back east that was shot by a kindergartner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was probably, they didn't know any better.
Did you guys see
Well-
the video where the one teacher had a chair thrown at her and knocked her out?
Absolutely.
I'm like, come on, man.
Well, here's the thing about it. You know, today kids with social media,
Yep.
with the games that they play that are really gory and they shoot each other and they're arguing and fighting. You think all the time that they're spending on this, that they don't absorb a lot of that and say, I can do this too.
Mhm.
I won't get in trouble. Nobody will bother me because this is a game. I don't see it, man, as reality.
Right.
Because a lot of kids don't see that as reality. They don't.
Well, it's like the two kids that ran over the
Ugh.
ex-cop.
Yeah, right.
They
They
just
didn't-
left.
They just
Yeah.
laughed. And they're insensitive now.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter to them anymore because you got to look at their home life.
Right.
If their home life is that way with their mom and their dad and their uncles, they're going to pick up on all that and they're going to carry that bucket with them, man. They are. I've worked in group homes, man.
Yeah,
with these
absolutely.
kids.
Yeah,
And let me
just-
tell you something. These kids are carrying
It's not-
a bucket load of doggone grievance, man. They
It's
are.
not fair to them to be brought into this world and then have to grow up in this, and they
They didn't
think
ask
it's just
for it.
normal. Yeah,
Right. But
7
that's
or 8, 9, 10-year-old kid.
Right,
And that's
right.
a great word you use. That's their normal.
And
They don't know any better.
And a lot of kids are being abused at home.
Yeah.
They're being neglected at home.
Right.
Neglect is the biggest thing for kids, man. When they're neglected in that ordeal, they'll act out. They'll make sure that you recognize them
Right.
by doing something that's just stupid.
I'm going to admit something on World TV. When I was a kid and had to do my homework, you know, your parents are there. My mom would help me with my homework. Hell, if I didn't know how to do it, she fucking did it for me.
Mhm.
And then I'd get an A on it the next day at school, you know, and they're going, how'd you know that? How'd you do that? But at least my parents were there. They helped me. Or they ended up getting so pissed off they just did it for me. You know, but I mean, the
I
kids
never had
today
that
don't
luck.
even get that, anything.
My grandmother and grandfather knew nothing about some homework and stuff. They're like, man, you better get it done, homie, the best you can.
But this, yeah, right. This new math.
Oh,
But we talked about this, I think, last week about no homework going home anymore.
It's crazy.
Right. However,
It teaches you.
there's no reinforcement. And that's part of
That's
the
right.
issue. A lot of schools now, because now they're doing all the work on Chromebooks.
that's right.
These kids come to school with backpacks. And it's so funny because I see some of these younger elementary school kids, the backpack is bigger than them.
Yes.
Right.
And they ain't got nothing in it but maybe a lunchbox or a piece of paper because they're not
Or a
schlepping.
gun.
But they're not schlepping books back and forth like we all did. Okay.
So how do they learn? What's the learning? What's the
So-
the whole point of homework was to teach you to
Reinforcement.
do stuff at home and learn
And-
by yourself. You didn't have anybody watching over you.
Right.
And it was accountability.
Right.
They wanted you to be accountable for your work and making sure that you bring it home.
Right.
I mean, bring it back and it's done. And that way you say, man, my responsibility is to make sure that my homework and stuff is done.
Well, and that's
right?
just it. Whether there's homework sent home or not, the accountability goes back to home.
Right.
Have a child read.
Mhm.
And I'm sure parents are not in this day and age because of situations. I mean, not all situations are bad because of neglect or things like that. But you have parents that have to work double shifts to make ends meet. The
Right.
parents aren't necessarily there. They got a young babysitter. But I have a couple of teachers at my school that I actually spoke to today, just off the cuff about work and they're starting to send them homework and they're making them part of the grades now,
Mhm.
not just for practice.
I got it.
They're
You
now making
should.
it part. They're not. See, this thing with no homework, I really don't know where it officiated. I don't know where it officially started in terms of the decree of no homework.
Mhm.
However, you got to get back to it. You
Right.
got to get back. because for me, with my kids that I meet, when I'm done with them on a Thursday, I don't see them till Monday.
Right.
Doesn't sound like a lot of time. When I'm spending my time with them, they kind of know and understand what we're doing. I'm a tutor,
Sure.
but when my time with them is up for that day, it's like the tube of toothpaste where the toothpaste has already squeezed out everything I can. But then when I see them the next day, I can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. That's like starting ground zero.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because it's starting fresh all over again.
Well, again, we know we did homework. I had homework every night of the week for school, but then occasionally that one time, that one Friday,
Right.
all right,
Oh,
kids,
it was great.
no homework for the weekend. Yay! You
Right.
learn to appreciate
Right.
those few times where you didn't have to do
And then
it.
the parents
It
wondered
was a
if you were
reward.
lying about not
Right.
doing homework. All right, we're going to step aside for another break of the show. Why? Because we have to pay some bills. That's right. You're watching the Roundtable. We got so much more to do. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How unique.
It's gorgeous.
You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've got to have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
Most business owners struggle with the following issue. How do I brand my business to get noticed? Double Eight Design Studio helps businesses by designing brands that boost confidence, look and feel timeless, stand out from the competition, and attract all the right clients. Whether you are in need of a new brand, upgraded design elements, or completely redesign your current brand, Double Eight Design Studio has fully customized packages for your business. Call Chelsea McKendrick at 702-525-3334 and visit www.double8designstudio.com. Let Double Eight Design Studio give you a brand new outlook for your business. Hi, welcome back to the Roundtable. Rick is a joker and a comedic, and he didn't even know it.
That's right.
Welcome back. We got you. Listen, we got so
I
much.
stumbled on that stuff.
All right, I want to go back on a couple of quick things. We talked about Celine Dion in a negative sense, but we talked about she sold her house and everything. Did you guys read that Mark Wahlberg, who bought a house here a year ago, already flipped and sold that house and he's buying another house?
Only because that's what he does on the side. A lot of those stars that have money buy property and they just flip it. People were, he's leaving already. No, he has another home in the same neighborhood.
Well, doesn't he have the right? I mean, he has the right to.
But I got
pick
to
up
be
and move
when I
wants.
read it though, it kind of surprised me a little bit.
Well, they make it sound like,
Right.
he's leaving already. No, he's only been here a year. He loves it here, he says. His kids are doing well.
And it was a big part of the movie studio talk last year, to help Las Vegas.
which
Right,
fell through
right.
already.
Right.
Right.
But,
The Nevada won't pay.
but he made money in a
He
year.
has the right to
$million
move.
mansion.
He can move anytime he wants.
Right.
He can pick up and I don't care if he comes in with a helicopter and picks the house up and move it to Pahrump, man. He can move.
The house
like
for sale in Beverly Hills is still on the market for $80 million.
His house?
Yeah, $80 million.
See, that's it. First of all,
You can buy Summerlin for that shit when it comes out here.
I don't know about Summerlin, but you can certainly buy the little town called Calnavari, heading down to Laughlin. That
Well,
little one, last time I saw that up for sale was only 17 grand. Here's the
Ooh,
60
Merry
cents
Christmas.
for that one.
Hey, I want to get in too. Here's my
That's
phone.
But
Find
could you
some
imagine
secrets.
a town called, hey, welcome to the Roundtable, Nevada? There you go.
Roundtable, Nevada. It could be.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so look, it just, if you have that kind of money, like if any one of us bought a house today. And a year from now, we wanted to get out. We couldn't afford to do it because you're walking out negative equity.
That's right.
But if you have money like
That's
he
right.
does, and in a year you want to walk out, God bless you.
Yeah.
We did talk about age before. I wanted to throw this one in. You sent me this one. 104. That's
Yes.
right. 104.
Yes.
104-year-old woman from Chicago, unfortunately, passed away a few days after attempted to become the world's oldest skydiver.
But I don't understand where the attempt is. She actually did it.
Did
she
she?
did it.
Okay, well, I'm just
So I don't know
reading the
why.
article.
I'm reading the article too, and I'm saying, well, why do they say attempted? She did it and then died a few days after.
Did it say why? Did it say
104.
what her passing was from?
It didn't say, but
National
104.
causes?
Yeah,
Well, if you're 104, you got to be healthy enough to be dropped.
it happens. Go on, jump
No
out of
air
an airplane
brakes.
104.
God
Dies a
almighty.
few days later. It happens.
It might have been her blood pressure. You know, her blood pressure went up and never came down. You know what
Well,
I'm
there's
saying?
there's her.
Pardon the pun. I mean,
There she
Rick,
is.
too.
Right there.
The rest of
Looking
us,
good.
nothing.
That's her going down.
I know.
right
I saw
there.
the picture. Holy cow! But
Well, she first jumped out of an airplane at the age of 100. She had to be pushed out of it at 100. Then at 104, she jumped out.
what at 104? What are you doing anyway? I mean, you should be eating milk. I mean, eating cookies and drinking some milk, man. Sitting down in a rocket chair, right?
I have so much, but I'm just going to let it stay.
No.
My mouth is closed because I don't want anything spilling out. But listen, let's look at it this way. At 104, I wish I would want to have the desire to get up in a plane. At
Yeah.
104,
Right.
Yeah.
Although at 64, I'd be happy just to keep getting out of bed every day. healthy.
Hello.
And I'm
Yeah.
not there yet. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, God bless her. She had it on a wish list or somebody did, and she
Yeah.
did it.
Bucket list.
And now the old saying goes, you know, you could say that when you did that, you died a happy person.
Did what you wanted to do.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Now we're going to do more serious topic. Talk about F1 tickets. Let's go into, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So-
That's serious.
That
It's
is
just-
crazy.
Go
isn't
ahead,
it?
share it. Go
Oh
for it.
my
What you
goodness.
got?
The other a couple of weeks ago, they were talking about, how they were going to, the locals and the tickets and how much they were costing. It was so expensive for the locals. They said, well, we're going to do the locals a great deal. We're going to make sure that they're able, man, to come and watch. And they said, we're going to have $200 tickets for the locals.
So
right?
you're thinking at first, okay. Well,
Yeah, hey, I can do
Of course,
that.
you can view it from Pahrump for $200. You ain't going to get close.
Right. Yeah, I can do that. But they never told them that was just for the
preliminary
Qualifying?
race.
qualifying.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's it. And so everybody's ticked off right now saying, take this stuff back, man. I don't want to come and watch no doggone qualifying for nothing.
I didn't know.
I want to go to the real race, man. That's wrong. Honestly
Absolutely.
and truthfully, I
It
think
is
that
wrong,
so
but
wrong.
I didn't surprise. I'm shocked that we even have F1 Formula One fans Grand Prix in America. That's European sport usually.
Well,
around
you
the
have a
world.
lot of
It's
those folks
around in
move
other
here.
places. Yeah.
You
Right.
have German people, you have French
Yeah.
people, you have all those folks that are here that enjoy that,
Right.
right? I mean, so
We hear about the Bellagio. They tore down all those trees, and
Yeah.
put those big grandstands.
right. But the ticket for $200, and then the locals they feel like they got misled, and I
don't
agree
blame
with
them.
them.
Absolutely. But wait,
Parking.
there's more.
Okay.
What's next? What's the next price?
Oh, the real price. Whoa, you want the real price, guys?
Yes.
The real price, $1,300
For what? 1 day? Or
for
do they get the
one
whole-
day for
Oh, my
one
God.
ticket.
And they think
That's-
that we all make that kind of money.
Well, no, this is for the elite. This
People
is
coming will pay that.
absolutely. You got sultans, you got kings, you got prince, you got all of these folks coming
Right.
that enjoy that from around the world. They're going to pay the money for sure.
And Vegas bends over backwards for these.
Oh, yes, they
just
do.
bend
They're like,
over.
bring me that money, baby.
Look, for the again, I'm going to get on my soapbox about this. When you have an F1 event coming in, you have Super Bowl coming in. Some of that money better flip and be earmarked for education. That's all I got to say.
Well,
it's- we know it's not going to be. It's going to go into the general.
The marijuana money wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, all $12.
Right.
Wait, I have the whole thing right there.
Damn, I funded that bill myself over the last 2 years.
No, but seriously,
Jesus.
I mean,
Oh, my
I know it's
gosh.
not. It's going to go into the general fund and all this other happy.
I like how they make up stuff. It's the general fund.
the rainy
What
day fund. How about that?
Yeah, what the hell is the?
Anyway,
There is no
digress.
rainy days in Vegas. So where's the money going?
And so they put the money in a rainy day fund, right, guys?
Mhm.
And that's what they'll- so what about the interest off of it? What happens with the interest as well?
Stays in the
Everybody's
same
talking
bank
about that, but what about the interest,
Yeah.
man?
Mhm.
Huge.
We need to find out where the bank is, where all this money's at.
And do what? Not me. You go ahead.
Frank
I'll
Gallat is no longer around to do that with us.
Yeah, right.
I'll be eating my bologna sandwich saying, I know George. I know that guy.
I know that
Oh,
guy.
you
Just
turned
like
me
in the
in.
Tupac story.
You turn me
Let's write a
in.
book. We know who did it.
I'll give
right?
you $1 million not to turn me in.
Only
That's
$1
what
million? You better up that price there, dude.
Only if I get like 100 million of it. Then
I'll stay out of that
No,
one.
but seriously, listen, we're
Yeah.
going to get. They're estimating what, like $1 billion of revenue, something like
Easy.
crazy
But really,
shit.
just
Easy.
on the serious note, where does it go and why? Who's hoarding it? Where's it sit?
What's the investors?
Yeah.
Remember, you have so many investors, just like with football. Everybody asks, man, after those games, who gets all that money? The investors, the folks that invested into the teams.
Right.
That money goes to them. That's why they have 7 yachts. That's why they have 5 homes. That's why they have all of those extra amenities that the rest of the folks don't have.
That the rest of
No.
us can't comprehend.
No.
Right.
Heck no.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like
absolutely.
me with the week be hanging around all these super jets that people are coming in. I'll take this one. Oh, I want that one in red. Give me this
But
one. That'll
here's,
be
you know what
32
though?
million.
But here's a funny thing. Let's go back to our timeshare days real quickly. What was the first thing they taught us about couples? You don't what? You don't prejudge.
Right.
So we used to see couples come in, they're dressed to the nines, It's like they didn't even go back to the hotel.
And they got $5 on them.
Right. They got $5 and they were there to get their $90 deposit back. So they have $90 with which to go home.
And you got the homeless looking guy that's got 30 million in the bank.
Right.
But
He's got 12 the Black American Express card.
Right.
So listen, you can judge a book by its cover, but that doesn't mean the story is what you think it is
That's
inside
right.
the pages.
That's
And
right.
Mama always had to agree. There was no one per had to be both. And usually the wifey had the
That's right. Wife
The
had
last-
the emotion, and
yeah.
man had the wallet.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right.
But anyway, I digress back to
Honey,
that.
You focus
please,
on her,
please
right? You
buy
Oh,
say,
it.
absolutely.
girlfriend, what do you think?
When we were done with our presentation,
Yeah.
and we had to bring the closer over.
Yeah.
We were always instructed to swing our seat to the side of the ladies.
That's
right.
it.
Always.
That's right.
We were
And
like
when
this. Like he's talking to the husband. We're
Yeah, so-
Yeah.
yeah, we're making
showing pictures of the Bahamas.
the guys when yeah, exactly. The couple would come to the table after I greet them.
Yeah.
We'd sit down. The guy inevitably he would sit down, arms folded, push back away from the table 10 feet, and totally disengage.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I would say to them, well, you know what, Mr. Upchurch? I said, you can sit that way. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
No worries. I
Yeah.
said, but I'm going to tell you, 9 out of every 10 couples that starts the way you are,
Mhm.
they automatically buy.
Yeah.
You see how fast our arms went down and
Oh,
came right
yeah,
back to the
yeah.
table. Right. They're like, oh no, they're calling the bluff.
Yeah, that was your first when you first get off the bus.
Exactly.
Honey, I'll do all the talking. Shut your mouth. I'll do
Who's
all the
that?
talking.
Oh, from this, do you want to go take that call back?
No,
Okay. All right. Let's about unions, and then we're going to take a break. and come back
Yeah.
with America
Okay.
Speaks.
Big
Union.
time, man.
Everybody's, everybody's on
Now,
strike.
now that you have Biden in as president, right?
Mhm.
He's a pro what? Pro union guy.
Right.
He's gathered and put these unions together and the folks so that they can go and have a voice, right?
Mhm.
And they are using it. The auto workers said, hey, wait a minute, down the road, man, we're looking at down the road, the future. You guys are looking at right now when you're talking about your CEO and your top managers, man, are getting $16 million and $12 million for their bonuses and that old deal. And then what they do is they do buybacks as far as the companies are concerned. The workers are tired of that.
Right.
They're sick and tired of all that. And I don't blame them because once again, who makes those multi-billionaires billionaires?
The people
It's the
below.
worker.
And that, yeah, and I'm so glad you said that because people as poo-poo the multi-level marketing companies that are out there.
Right.
Okay, let's face it. Let's call it. So the funnel is this way, right?
That's right.
No, the funnel's this way.
Yeah.
Big anyway. What business out there is not a pyramid style structure? Like you just talked about, you laid out the hundreds of thousands of workers for the UAW. Okay. All those people are working so hard. Which way does the money flow?
Up. Yeah, yeah.
It's not the same thing. What a MLM or a network marketing, whatever terminology somebody wants to say. It's the
Right.
same thing.
Yep. Trickle down. It's trickle down. But
Well, in that case, it's triple
this
up.
is trickle up.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But remember what President Obama said. He says, look, trickle down never works
Right.
because by the time it gets down there might be 3 cents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you got the guys at the top that are saying,
They're
I
just
got a
sitting back.
bonus this year. My stockholder said you've earned it and they get 12
Absolutely.
million dollars.
Right.
But meanwhile, the worker gets
Gets nothing.
nothing.
Absolutely. Totally agree. And before we know it, the entire world's going to be on strike.
Yep.
UAW in Detroit, UAW in Tennessee just started to strike. Culinary Union here in town. We were talking before the show. It really would be a travesty, and I'll put that word in very big quotes, if they go out on strike during the F1 in a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
And
my
they're talking
goodness.
over right now 100,000 workers that they're trying to find a way to get shuttle bus to their work.
Yeah, that's
during
right.
this whole
That's right.
2-week
The
debacle.
F1's going to shut all that down.
Yeah.
Hey, can you cook? I mean,
I can make a bologna sandwich.
Me too. I can do
All right,
that.
we're
I
going to
can
step
burn
aside for our last break.
Shit.
Last break of the show. We come back. It's all about America Speaks, which is about you, y'all.
That's
Don't
it,
go
y'all.
anywhere. You. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Anselmo Cornelius, and I'm one of the 1,000 digital branch office owners of Transact Card in the country. If I could save you money and double your buying power, wouldn't you want to know how to do that? The U.S. national launch for the Transact Card is coming to the Paris Hotel, Las Vegas, on November 12th, 13th, and 14th. We are now in pre-launch mode for our company's opportunity platform, which means discounts and savings right now on new memberships. If you obtain your card before the November 12th launch date, you will never pay an annual fee like you do for most credit cards. Transact Card can enhance your buying power and change your financial well-being. One swipe of the card at a time. With a new twist in banking, contact me, Anselmo Cornelius, at 209-990-7720. That's 209-990-7720. Thank you.
Oh, here we go.
Hi, welcome
Here we
back,
go.
everybody. Welcome back to the Roundtable. We're
What's
coming around the
up?
clubhouse, turn
Hey,
fourth
Rennie.
quarter, bottom of the ninth
I
inning,
heard you
whatever
here.
thing you want to do. Hello, Rennie. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you
Absolutely.
joining us today. Thank you so much. All right. We've really got one major piece of business left to do right now, right?
Yeah,
That's
Do you have
it.
anything
America-
on your cheat sheet left?
Anything
left
No,
before you move on?
not at all. The auto workers was the
Yeah.
last thing. I mean, this is huge. It's big. All the strikes that are going on. Common folks, man, are tired of being second class and hoping
Carrying the
for
burden.
trickle down economics.
Absolutely.
Trickle down is not working.
Soon we'll be buying Yugos again. All right, with that, it is time for America Speaks. America Speaks. This
All
segment
right.
is sponsored by January 6th. Anyway,
Right.
The commission.
Good afternoon, everybody. America Speaks, where your opinion means nothing. Actually, it does mean everything. Not us. We don't have an opinion. This is you, America. We pick a topic and you
we
decide.
have an opinion. We have an opinion on their opinion.
Right. That's exactly what we're going to do. But your opinion. So we can't get in trouble for what's being said or
I'm
what
not
I'm
a
going to
European.
say.
I'm from America.
You're going to be hearing your opinions, America. This week, Martin Scorsese.
Yes, one
I
of
guess
the best directors in the world.
He is. He came out and was discussing how he almost quit movie making because of being associated with Harvey Weinstein.
Okay.
Who now Harvey Weinstein, as we all know, is now in prison forever and ever for abuse for actresses and abusing them over the years. Had a 20 or 30 year career of
Next
doing
door to
it.
Bill Cosby.
So yeah. Amazingly enough, but at the same time, around the same time. But here we go. Some of the comments. Martin Scorsese says he almost quit the movie business because of Harvey Weinstein. All right, we're going to start off with Teutonic Butts. What a way to start out. Teutonic Butts. He almost had a conscience. He almost did the right thing.
Okay. Almost.
Meaning, because these people knew, a lot of these folks knew what Harvey Weinstein was doing, but didn't say anything.
Mhm.
Now, again, it's tough to be in a position, not even forget Hollywood. If you're working with somebody and you find out that they're doing something bad, you have to really think about what you're going to do.
Mhm.
Because if you don't say anything, they can always come back to bite you.
Backlash. Yeah.
Almost like the Joe Paterno with Penn State,
Mhm.
with
had
Jerry
to go there.
Sandusky.
Can you turn
Well-
his mic off? His
Well, I
segment's
had
done.
to. That's today's
You're right.
world, man. It's
You're
just
right. No, you're
unfortunately.
right. You're right.
Here's Paul Toronto. Movie producers are responsible for finding the money and how it is spent so that artists can focus on their art. No money, no movie. It's a marriage of talents that are sometimes at odds. It was a natural the producers want to make a franchise as so many have been successful. Well, again, you didn't say much at all, really, Paul Toronto.
What did that have to do?
I was just going to say, I'm just
Keyboard
reading America.
warrior,
Yeah,
that's all.
America. This is your opinions.
Keyboard warrior.
Even if it doesn't mean anything with about the topic we're discussing.
Or make.
Okay, here's MKW319. Martin Scorsese says he almost quit Hollywood after working with Harvey Weinstein. Does that mean he admits he would be a nobody without Weinstein? Not sure what else that could mean, or was he in love with Harvey? As he in either with Harvey or not at all?
Doesn't this guy know Scorsese actually knows like some OG guys?
Oh God. Yeah. How about 2 for flinching? I fought with my conscience all the way to the bank. Do they actually believe we believe them?
Yeah.
You know what I really enjoy with these segments is the handles of people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
How about this one? Hopper Doodle. In other news, Robert De Niro and Chris Christie were spotted at the local Krispy Kreme store dipping their donuts into each other's coffee.
Yeah. That's almost like the handles, man, when you're going down the highway, right?
Oh,
Back in the
CD
day.
radios.
Remember that?
That's
Hey,
right.
breaker,
You know what mine
breaker.
was?
Breaker,
Mine's
breaker.
Yours an early bird?
KBAU 5131. Why I still remember my sign-off logo. I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
I never
Mine
had
was you can't catch me. That's what it
But that's not
Well,
true.
but that's true though. That's true though.
It's true. Mine was early bird just because I was up early every
You
day,
remember-
even in high school.
I never
I
had
had a
a
base
I never
unit.
had
I
a
had-
CB or a
Really?
name.
I had a base unit. I had a
Yeah.
car. I had
Yeah.
the whole thing.
I had the big antenna on it, man.
The magnetic thing.
big
That every time you moved it, it scratched the crap out of your roof.
Yeah.
My parents would say, "How did that scratch get on the roof?" It's that damn antenna.
That's funny. How's another one? Phone Man 438. What would you call De Niro and Weinstein laying in the bottom of New York Harbor? A great start.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, I still haven't found
We have-
Hoffa, so anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, great start.
B1RD. Bird 1. I thought he said he was going to quit. I guess the ego got the best of him. If his perverted buddy wasn't in prison, I'm sure he would have quit. Like hell he would. Just trying to stay relevant.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
You know,
See,
these
he
are people.
doesn't need to try to stay relevant. With all of his movies, he's relevant.
right.
Aside from being Nicolas Cage's father, I mean, that might be the only thing.
What?
Yeah. Martin Scorsese, isn't he the one that's related to Nicolas Cage?
No,
Who is it?
that's
There's another director. It's not
yeah,
Scorsese?
no, it's not Scorsese.
Who is it?
It's what was his name before? It was the other one. Yeah. It was the other one. The Star Wars one. What was his name? George
Not
George
Lucas.
The
No.
guy who did Godfather. The fuck's his name?
Yeah.
Marlon Brando?
No,
it's
the
not
director,
right.
the
It was guy
director.
that- the director.
You keep going. I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up because I know that he does
I
have
have
a
no
famous.
idea.
He's a famous
That's his grandfather.
His uncle. He's got an uncle that's a big movie producer or director.
Ralph Nader.
Oh yeah, okay. Breaking Blues sounds like a battered
Francis
spouse.
Ford
Coppola.
That's it.
Nicholas Coppola was his name,
We have a winner.
and he changed his name.
The
so he
article
wouldn't-
was written by Abe Lincoln. You got to believe it.
right. Well, no, that in fact, Nicolas Cage changed his name because he didn't want
Right.
to. He wanted to open the doors on his own, not because of his last name. All right, Hell in a Handbasket 728 made some great films, but still a bigger legend in his own mind. And just like his buddy Joe, he's starting to believe the stories in his heads are real. Okay, there we are. This is pretty much everybody seems to think that Martin Scorsese's a big cheesehead. Is what they're. I don't mean Packer fan either, but
Yeah, I get it.
apparently a lot of Americans aren't, buying it.
Here's
that
the
kind of
funny thing, in my opinion. If Scorsese were to have actually quit, would he really have suffered a loss? The guy's got to be a multi-gazillionaire from all the movies and residuals.
And
all of
again,
that.
it's not even that; it's the joy of putting a film
No,
together,
I
and
get that.
making
I get it.
the
So we're excited.
process.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But if he really wanted to quit, okay, if money were part of it, you can look back and say, I got enough money. I really don't need to work there. And he's not a young guy anymore, right?
No, he's got to be
He's got-
70,
70,
80. Yeah.
At least, right? So yeah, I get the enjoyment for what you do. I understand that angle totally. I hope I die with a microphone in my hand. I'll broadcast from wherever I land at that point.
Right. Be a lot
But-
of echo.
It certainly would be. I might have more listeners then. Anyway, but you have a guy like this who financially could probably step away today. Probably could have stepped away 10 years ago if we wanted to.
But you don't know how long ago he was talking about,
Well, at least 20 or 30 years ago. I
No,
would
but
assume.
this article-
20 or 30 years ago, he probably didn't have the money that he's got.
No.
today.
Did he say he almost stepped away recently?
No, this was a long time ago when the first, because they've all known
Maybe I'll
this.
listen next time.
It's like an open secret in
Read the
Hollywood.
emails and listen to what your guests are saying.
Let's do 2 more and then we'll call it a quit here. Here we are, the Highlander. All those women get the part they wanted, and Weinstein got the piece he wanted. It was mutual, like offering an engagement ring to a woman. She won't agree to spread them unless you give her something of value. There you are.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Field
Makes
goal
sense.
is
And
up.
again, some
Hang
of the,
on.
Makes
right, and
sense.
some of these women too that did that to get ahead. Sure, some might have been
Yeah.
hesitant.
Oh, they
and
got
not
ahead,
wanting to
okay.
do it.
Yeah,
But then
literally.
there were some that loved it. Yeah, I'll get on the couch. Where's your brother? Because he has a brother too.
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's a 2-for-1 deal. That's
It
Vegas
is.
style.
Puddletown Pigs 105. Hollywood is a sick, sad world.
Puddle pigs.
Yeah,
Boy, that's
Puddletown
that's a
Pigs.
good one there.
Hollywood is a sick and sad world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well.
Hollywood will continue on no matter how many of these
That's
stories
right.
come out.
That's
It'll always be that way.
If it's not Weinstein, it'll be
Somebody else.
Somebody else.
Right.
That's
20,
right.
30, 40 years from now, it'll be somebody else.
That's right.
Crazy.
Thank you, America, for your comments on Martin Scorsese.
And thank you for
we'll-
making us laugh.
And we'll see you
Handles.
next week on America Speaks.
Game tonight. Game
All right.
tonight.
Game
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull it up real
Broncos,
quickly.
Chiefs,
We got to be
Broncos.
quick here. Let me pull up the game so we
Where's
can make
it
some.
at? Where's it at?
It's in Kansas City.
Oh,
Good
you
night.
want to call in now, Sick?
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact.
Although Kelsey's out, I heard.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But Taylor will be there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So
They're a well-oiled machine.
They are.
Do you know what
Yeah.
ESPN said this morning with Kelsey out and how they're expecting game? How many times that they'll show her on camera?
Oh, boy.
There's got to be an over/under prop bet somewhere. on
You
this,
know
right?
there is.
All right, real quickly, let's do it. Let's run it down before we get out of here in 2 minutes. Number one, I think we're all in agreement. Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah.
I'm
I hate
in
to say it,
agreement.
but
I
I
hate to say
don't
it.
like him either.
I was right with the Jets, right?
That
Okay,
we all did that
Yeah.
one. Yes. All right. International series. We have the Ravens and Titans overseas on Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m.
I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah, but two.
Okay. Even though they had a bad loss last week,
Well, that's why they're going to win because they had a bad loss.
I'm going to say Titans.
Rivalry.
I'm going to say Titans just because.
Okay.
Commanders at Falcons. Quick.
I'm going to Falcons.
Falcons are 3-2, man. I'm going to take them at home.
Me too. I'll go that way too. Vikings and Bears. A game of
Oh,
1 and 4
God.
teams.
Minnesota's too. They're a better team than the Bears.
I'm-
They're a better team than the 1 and 4.
I'm going with the Bears. I'm going with the Bears. The Bears, man, they won, and they're feeling themselves right now.
And they're at home.
And and they're at home.
feeling themselves.
I'll
Yeah,
take the
no.
Bears. I'm trying to keep moving over that.
All
one.
right, well, you
I'm gonna
stop
take-
saying shit.
Family show.
Since when? I'm going to take the Bears also. Seahawks at Cincinnati. In Cincinnati.
I'm going with Cincinnati. I'm going Cincinnati at home.
Well, they're due a win at home. I'm going to take them
At Eastern Standard Time, man, for those.
Yeah,
teams
but they
coming
did
from the
well
West.
against my Giants.
Yeah, well,
Mother, you
that's
know
the
what's
Giants, though. Man. I'm
Right.
sorry to say that.
They're
but
done.
The
Sorry.
Giants are cooked. Their
I
quarterback,
read an
he
article-
stinks.
I read an article today that Belichick might be eyeing the Giants next year if he's out of New England.
Well, it's
I don't want to see him come.
How
to
do
the
you?
Giants at
And
this
again,
stage.
I'm not a fan of Belichick
Yeah, I
at
know.
all. I'm not a fan of his
I
at
know.
all. But he's a 6-time Super Bowl champion.
He was, but the last couple of years, he's proven Tom Brady was more important than he
I
thought.
agree.
Niners, Browns in Cleveland.
I'm going.
Niners.
I'm going
Niners.
Niners.
They're
They're good.
scary, man.
Panthers, Dolphins in Miami.
I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins, Colts, Jags in Jags.
I'm going Jags.
They're a good team.
Yeah.
I'll take Jags. Colts just lost their quarterback for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
maybe longer. Saints visiting the Texans.
I'm going with Saints.
Yeah, me too.
Saints, Patriots, Raiders.
Raiders.
Yes, they have to.
I'll give
Jesus, they got to beat
I'll
them.
give the Raiders that one.
That
too.
hurt me to say that.
I know it did. I heard
Yeah.
the
My
Cough
I got
out there,
choked
dude.
up.
You need the Heimlich?
Yeah,
The frog was,
No, a hairball. That's
Cardinals
what
are.
it was.
Boy, I want to say something, but I'm going to leave it alone. Cardinals, Rams.
I'm going with
Rams.
Rams.
They're due a win.
Eagles, Jets.
Eagles.
I'm going
They're-
Eagles.
They're good. They're a
They're
good team
football
too.
team.
There's any given Sunday. Lions at Bucks.
Lions.
Lions.
You know the Lions are a really good team, but they always seem to fade. At the
I'll take
end.
Baker
But
Mayfield at Tampa at home.
Okay.
Giants in Buffalo. In Buffalo.
I'm going with Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo's gonna win.
even though
this.
they're not that great either anymore. But yeah, they're.
Giants go for the upset.
You,
What
have to, you have to say it.
Of course I do.
understand.
Cowboys visiting the Chargers.
And Dallas right now, they're in just a stir right now.
Yeah,
and
I'll take
and
Chargers
Dak,
at home.
and everybody's throwing away Dak's picture and all that stuff. I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah, me
I really
too.
am.
I'll take the Chargers too because the owner needs to get out of the way as a GM. Anyway, all right. That we're up against it, fellas.
Okay.
That's
Good.
it. We're done. We got everything in. The studio's shutting down the lights, so we got to get out of here.
I know, Johnson. Get out.
I know. Final thoughts, real quick.
Stay positive, folks. Keep your head above water. The world keeps spinning, and you just keep getting up in the morning and keep doing what you do.
Enjoy life. The key thing is go down and see the Sphere. You will enjoy the Sphere down there in Las
Have you
Vegas.
been inside it?
No, not yet,
Me
but
neither.
on the outside.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
awesome.
gosh.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, man.
Be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. We'll see you next week. We're right here on the Roundtable. Thank you for watching.
Cue the music.